Bop, bop, bop. These are just some of the things that I've been seeing lately about Kaiju number 8. And while everybody is entitled to their own opinion, I'm also entitled to mine. So I am just going to rant for a little bit. I kind of get frustrated seeing these kind of things happening with Kaiju number 8 because of it's just the culture that we live in now, but we'll get into that as the video goes on. I don't even want to talk about that right now. Let's talk about Kaiju number 8. But everybody always just wants something so fast, and they want everything to build up so fast and be at some crazy point. And I feel like my frustrations with Kaiju number 8 right now is the fandom, not the series at all. I enjoy reading the series every single week. That's why I make videos on it. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be talking about it. But I feel like a lot of people are upset with the series because they're saying that it's slower, it's stagnant, and it's not focusing on Kafka enough. Well, for me, bro, we focused on Kafka the whole 60 chapters before, or I guess we're on 62 right now, so 57 chapters before we got to these last 5 chapters. So it's frustrating for me to see people get so mad so quickly that Kafka hasn't been the focus point of what's been going on right now. Because at the end of the day, Matsumoto is building a series where we need to care about other characters outside of Kafka. One thing that got me into this series personally is Kafka. I love how different he is for a main character. Myself, I'm 28 years old, so I love the fact that Kafka's 32, just kind of reminiscing back to things and really wondering, has he done all that he can to get to where he wants to be? That's something that anybody's gonna ask themselves over the course of time. I'm sure that Kendrick Lamar just dropped his album talking about how he still doesn't know if he's doing things right, and people think of him as a rap god. So it's just one of them things that anybody asks themselves as life goes on. So Kafka's a very relatable character, and one of the main reasons that I got into the series in the first place. But you also have to understand that at the same time, he's not the only person that we can care about in this series. I think that people forget that Kaiju number 8 is also a dark series. So by the end of this series, unfortunately, there's probably going to be multiple people in the Japan Defense Force that end up passing away. You feel me? I don't know who those people are going to be. But whenever that time comes, you don't want Matsumoto just killing people off randomly, and then you don't care about people dying at all because you're just I don't really know anything about them, so who cares? As long as Kafka saves the day, I'm happy with the series. Now that's some basic shonen right there. That would be basic shonen. I think that if anything, I love that Matsumoto is branching out and talking about different characters. We got a lot of information about Kikoro and Kafka early in the series. Now I like that we're starting to learn a little bit about Reno. We're learning more about Iharu, and even then, we're just more so learning about their personalities. We know a little bit about Iharu's background, but quite literally right now, we know nothing about Reno's background. We've seen what the suit's been doing to him, and we've learned about weaponized Kaiju suits a little bit more. We've seen this mission, but people are quite literally mad because we are in a training arc of Kaiju number 8. 62 chapters in! 62 chapters in! We're in a training arc. What is bad about a training arc? You gotta think about it, y'all. We were quite literally, let's rewind back. So, we had the Kaiju number 10 invasion. Then after the Kaiju number 10 invasion, we immediately basically go into Kafka fighting Isao because they figured out that Kafka was Kaiju number 8. Then right after that happens, we basically form the first division, and it's Kaiju number 9 invading and taking Isao, and we see Kafka fighting Kaiju number 9 again. We see Captain Narumi fighting Kaiju number 9 again, and then we see Kaiju number 9 taking Isao and dipping away. You gotta think that happened over the course of 20, 30 something chapters, bro. Do you know how much action that is that quick? Do you know how much Matsumoto had to go in for that part of the story? So we had a nice climax, and that was just one climax of this series. We're 62 chapters in, and we quite literally still don't know that much about this world. You feel me? We're still trying to figure out more information about kaijus. We're still trying to figure out why Kaiju number 9 wanted to take Iharu and Reno early in the series and do experiments on them. Maybe Kaiju number 9 could do, maybe he has the answers as far as he could stop Kafka's permanent transformation into a kaiju. You know, there's so many different things we can go into, talking about how Kaiju number 10 wants to get used by Captain Hoshina. Like, are people going to get mad once we start seeing Hoshina use Kaiju number 10 and we get to see what kind of powers and things that Hoshina can do? Like, are people going to be mad about that? Are people going to be mad if Iharo gets to use some new suit because all of a sudden Captain Ogata said that he doesn't look like he's moving at 24% and he can move faster? Who knows? Are people going to get mad because Kikoro might get to use some other weaponized suit outside of just that weapon that she's using right now? Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, it just starts building such a bad precedent when the fandom doesn't let the writer just write. He is writing a good story right now. It's moving at a good pace. We're in a training arc. So just chill. There's no need to freak out and start talking about how you're not enjoying the series that much lately, or talk about how stagnant the series has been. We got time, y'all. We got time. I think that one thing that does work against us is just that it's become like a bi-weekly drop. So that is something that's a little bit harder. I do understand that aspect of it where you kind of feel like you're waiting for longer just to see like a training arc. But then at the same time, when he's drawing the way that he's drawing, like, just enjoy it whenever you got it. You know what I mean? It's a lot different whenever you're comparing Kaiju number 8, that's a bi-weekly drop, to something like, think about Attack on Titan dropping once a month. When you're dropping once a month, you have so much more time to just draw, like, he quite literally draws murals, like murals in some of those chapters. So at the end of the day, you just have to enjoy what you have and let a writer write. You don't want a writer to get unhealthy. It's probably better for the writer to be writing 2 times a week. That way he doesn't end up like Hunter x Hunter and we don't ever get a series finish. And you know what I mean? There's so many things that go into it. So I don't know. These are just my thoughts. I'm probably not going to edit this video that much. I just needed to rant about Kaiju number 8 for a second. Still going to keep on bringing y'all content every week. I love this series. I have no complaints. You obviously hear what I have to say about it. If you have anything to say about this, maybe you disagree with me, I'm okay with that. Post it in the comments below. Tell me why you disagree with me. If you do agree, let me know. Other than that, I ain't got nothing else to say other than peace.